At the Philadelphia Convention Center, tens of thousands of educators have come together for ISTE 2011. Dr. John J. Medina, the author of the New York Times bestseller Brain Rules, started out the conference with the opening keynote about how the knowledge of brain rules improves education. He had two main points: the theory of mind, where all brains are different and learn different.
And the formal definition of autism is undergoing a rapid change as we begin to understand the neurological basis for theory of mind. Theory of mind, I will argue, could make a profoundly powerful teacher, because if you can penetrate inside someone else's psychological interior and understand it, you will know when you have bewildered them if they're your student. You will know when you have inspired them because they're your student, but you will do so on the back of theory of mind.
His other point was an analogy between the brain and the U.S. highway system.
You have got to create a database, and then almost as soon as you have memorized something, you have to be given the opportunity to improvise off of it in order for the learning to become solid in the alleyways and boulevards.
After the keynote, people all seemed to agree that Dr. Medina had a lot of valid points about learning.
We actually did a book study on him at our school district, so a lot of this was very relevant to us.
I thought he was great. I thought it was very interesting to think how the brain works and how it's different from what other people say about how the brain works, and there is no descript way of doing things.
Based on my experience, being an IT director and knowing a lot about the tools, I do see this going into classrooms, and that you can bridge those gaps and understand that there's different wiring, that we're all wired differently.
The keynote has now got everyone ready for ISTE 2011. This is Stetson Miller for Keystone On Demand, ISTE Student Press Team.